I am intervention.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Justin McCormick, aka Mr. Intervention, back again, continuing the NCAA Road to Glory with Joseph Burns, as we'll be looking to continue the first season of his collegiate career. Joseph Burns in a pretty decent showing in game one, able to get his first college touchdown, but sadly the Tigers fell to the Oregon Ducks and couldn't get it there. So we're going to continue with season one, and that is next. So something I forgot to add in the last video was the final position battle against Cooper, as Burns is trying to cement his position as the number one guy on the LSU Tigers, as he makes a few good catches there. About 10 reps in, Burns able to get another catch over the middle and makes a powerful move to run upfield. That gets him about half the way to getting that position. And then the very next spot gives a good little catch over the middle, turning it into a slant from a drag route. A few attempts later, Burns finds an opening over the middle and catches that one as he squeezed between two defenders. And then after that, he wins the position and gets the top spot. The first team that we end up facing in this video, FCS West, the Bulldogs in a good position to try and make something happen, but they're taking on the high-powered offense of LSU as a big score happens there. As it goes to the right-hand side deep there. Burns then able to get another chance here as he gets that one over the middle, and that's going to be his first catch of the ball game, as he gets a good 13 yards there, I believe. On this one, you see just wide open and found the hole. FCS West able to get a score, and LSU leads it 14-7, as there's a good little dump off there and a foot race, and nobody's going to catch him. That's going to be a huge touchdown. I believe that was Cooper that made that one. A highly contested matchup here, as LSU leading by 8 here, as Burns will get this one over the middle and catch that one on the Tiger logo for a first down. Later in the third, Burns able to find an opening, but he's overthrown there. Carter just could not find Burns on that one. And then Burns able to put the Jets on and gets past the defense for a huge score. His first of the ball game, his second of the season, as Burns just outran his man. So Joseph Burns trying his best to ensure that LSU has this lead, and they will not relinquish it, as Burns changes his route, tries to go to a streak, but he's underthrown. Carter throws an interception. May be a problem if we keep running into it, as Joseph Burns gets open there. He takes the streak, as the defenders did not watch him, and Travis Carter throws the most touchdowns in a game, beating the LSU school record. So LSU able to turn it on late, as they will win this one 49-13 over FCS West, and the Bulldogs unable to do anything here. As you see, we decided to go with upgrades there, and you can see Joseph Burns 93 overall now with a 94 acceleration. His catching is definitely getting up there, as well as you take a look at the outfit we're going to go with here as we take on the Mississippi State Bulldogs. The Bulldogs are going to be a tough team that we have to face here in this one. So just hoping that we can make something happen against these guys. Biggest thing we're just going to have to hope for is that our defense can make something happen as the opposing team runs out onto the field. We start things off. Joseph Burns on a slant there over the middle. He's going to find his way over the middle, and then he's going to take a nasty hit as he had to jump up for that one. The one thing I do love those gold helmets that LSU has is very nice to have them. As Joseph Burns goes down, thankfully he won't be out for very long. Comes back in the second half as Burns tries to go on a stop route there, and he finds his quarterback losing the football, but thankfully they give it back. 2 minutes left in the half as another fumble, and this time Mississippi State pounces on it as Mississippi State trying to see if they can leapfrog a little bit and get closer to the top spot. As Burns able to break past his man, he's going to catch that one over the shoulder, and that's going to be inside the red zone for a big first down. A few catches in this game. Burns has been able to have some kind of play today, as Burns is able to get that one on the drag route, so that's going to be a few yards there for Burns, as he's got 3 catches now and about 70 yards. As Burns breaks his man yet again, but he's unable to get it himself. But a touchdown on the other side of the field, and LSU walks away with a victory as they beat Mississippi State 17-13 in this one. Next game is going to go up against the West Virginia Mountaineers as we go back to the classic gold with the white uniforms, as the Tigers look to take on the Mountaineers in this one, hoping that they can get another victory under their belt. And when the Mountaineers ready to take the field, they're hoping that they can bring a bit of an upset up against LSU, as LSU has been a little rocky at times so far that we've seen. As the first attempt here, Burns is going to try and get this one, and he's going to find his hands not working on that play. Goes out for a bit of a corner route, and he's going to find the end zone there, as Burns gets the first score, the first touchdown of the game for LSU, as that puts them up 9-0 with the extra point pending. So Joseph Burns trying everything he possibly can to find the open field. LSU leading at 10-0 as Burns goes over the middle, and that one's intercepted. Pick 6 easily thrown there, as West Virginia gets closer to LSU now, 10-7. First half of football coming to a close as Burns able to find an opening there and then drug down past midfield, but Burns with a big gain there as he was able to reel that one in. As you'll see later, Burns does have a bit of issues sometimes. 2 receptions now for 56 yards and a touchdown, as Burns is going to be trying to see what he can do here. Cannot do anything there, so he goes to an in route and finds the football, and it's going to be enough for a first down, now to 66. And the Tigers able to finally put together enough that they can win this football game. LSU wins it 10-7 over West Virginia, as they are sitting at the number 10 spot right now. You see Joseph Burns now a veteran starter. The big thing, we're going to be taking on the Kentucky Wildcats, and I live in Kentucky, but I'm not a Kentucky fan, as Joseph Burns, not a fan either, as he goes in on the slant route, and that one's going to be picked off. 41 has it, tries to break a tackle, move upfield, but the linebacker makes a good play. UK shoots out to a 13-point lead, as LSU looking to try and bring some offense here. Burns with his first catch for a first down there for 5 yards. As this was a difficult one for sure. 2:15 left to go in the half. Joseph Burns on a streak. Looks over his shoulder, finds the football, and that puts LSU on the board, as LSU now down by only 6. Burns in looking to try and see if he can get another one here, as that one's going to be caught inbounds, able to get the 1 foot down, as you will see here, as he felt like he was wide open, and that ball landed right there over the shoulder, able to get the 1 foot inbounds for a huge first down. Now down by 3, 13-10. Burns looking to try and make some moves here, and that one is severely underthrown. Carter probably hit as he threw that one UK up now 20-10 as that one is overthrown. And that is going to be a huge return there, and I don't think anybody's going to catch him. That's going to be a pick six. UK now up 26-10, as that was an 84-yard return for a score. As Burns looking to try and see if he can get open on this one. He does over the middle as he jumps and catches that one, brings it down on the logo, now with 128 yards, and the score with 4 catches. But then time ticking down in the football game as Burns feels like he's open, but Carter looking to the other side of the field, and that one's intercepted. As UK will hang on. The Wildcats will defeat the Tigers in this one by a good margin, 27-10, as LSU will watch their rank dip a bit as they've got a huge challenge in front of them. The next game is up against the Florida Gators. As we start off with Burns there, and Burns is going to get a short couple of yards on that little screen pass. And Burns is going to be looking to go deep here, and he's overthrown by Carter. Carter's inaccuracy has definitely become a bit of a problem. Burns then gets a handoff, able to scoot upfield for 8 yards there as Florida's leading at the moment 3-0. Burns able to get that catch and gets it very close to a first down. 1:11 left in the half to go. Florida only up by a field goal as Burns breaks past the defender and is not going to find anything. And then the ball is going to be put on the ground. And now LSU able to actually get a field goal out of it, and it's going to make it 3-3 as they try to run up the middle there for no good. As that one's going to be thrown, and 2 defenders over there are covering number 10. That is an easy interception. Florida shoots out 15-3 as Burns watches his quarterback throw yet another pick six as Florida returns that one easily. LSU being drowned in their own hometown, but this time Burns able to go up the middle and he finds the football and just puts the Jets on and scores the first touchdown for LSU in this one as it is late. And Carter with the longest pass in school history were 80 yards, but it's just not enough as the Florida Gators take out the LSU Tigers 28-10 in this one. Tigers then move on to their next game as they take on the Tennessee Volunteers at home as Tennessee looking to try to improve their records this year as it's been a little bit of an up and down for them as of late. But here at home, they're looking to see if they can get the power of the orange behind them and see if they can pull out a win here against an LSU team that seems to be struggling. So they're going to see if they can actually continue their ways as well by bringing a victory right here at home. The big thing that LSU is going to have to try and fix in their games to come is trying to keep the football, because turnovers are definitely not going to help out. And the first thing that they start off doing is losing as Tennessee jumps out to a 10-0 lead. Justin Burns gets his first catch across the 30 there for a first down, and then he goes down with an injury. Able to return in the second quarter. Burns looking for something there, but the Tennessee defense also looking for the football too. Tennessee leading this one 17-10 as Burns goes straight up the middle looking for the deep bomb, and he's got that one right near the red zone as Burns just basically ran straight up the gut, as that is one formation LSU has been enjoying lately. The trips right. Burns in the fourth quarter on this one, 2nd and 4, as he runs all the way to the right-hand side and watches his fellow Tiger run into the end zone on a deep bomb. That brings this to a tie ball game. 1:40 left in the game as the quarterback Carter unable to find Burns there, as that would have been the game winner. But LSU still able to find the victory as the Tigers will win this one 24-17 over the Volunteers. And then LSU is going to take on the Tigers of a different pattern, the Auburn Tigers, as this one will most likely be a very tough game, as the Auburn Tigers start off with an interception early in the first quarter, as Burns was looking for it, but it was misplaced. On the stop route there, Burns decides he's going to try to stop and go. That doesn't work either, as the Tigers of Auburn make that one happen. Burns able to make the tackle there. Auburn takes the lead 7-0 as both teams are near the bottom of the 25 rankings, as another interception by Carter. That one goes to the opposite side. Auburn takes a 14-0 lead after that. Closing in at the end of the half, as Burns able to get that one over the middle for his first catch of the game. Trying to break past the defender that time. That one's going to be caught on the opposite end, and then it's going to be fumbled as Auburn gets up that one as well. Looking for a deep bomb here. They go for a huge one, and Burns unable to hang on to that as the half comes to an end. Joseph Burns there looking to try and see if he can get something there as he goes over the middle. That's a good little in route and a good catch, as LSU still trailing 14-0 as Burns now trying to find an opening. Can't find anything there, but LSU able to get that one into the end zone for the first score. They come all the way back and tie this ball game up 14-14, and then disaster happens again. LSU having trouble with turnovers this year, as that one fumbled on the ground with a minute and a half to go, and Auburn able to go down the field and put this one into the end zone. A touchdown as Auburn wins it 21-14 over LSU. Still looking to try and upgrade Joseph Burns here, as the next opponent's going to be the mighty Crimson Tide. This is going to be one of the toughest matchups they have faced all year. The mighty juggernaut of Alabama hosting this football game, as they look to try and see if they can just stomp the LSU Tigers, as the Tigers have had a lot of hatred against Alabama, but the attempts to defeat them have been few and far between as of late, as Alabama has been a mighty force over a number of years, as Joseph Burns able to break past the defense that time, shakes off a tackler and gets all the way out to midfield. There's the animosity you see between the two teams. Alabama ranked number 2 at the moment, as Burns looks to try and get this one, and that one overthrown. Carter just could not find Burns on that one. Burns able to make a bit of a move there, and he's going to find the football inside the 30 for a first down. After a penalty, Burns able to find an opening here, and he's tackled there at the 20-yard line. A huge first down. Now LSU hoping that they can ride the momentum of this one, as that gets them within scoring position, as they're only down 7-6. As Burns goes in motion here to the other side, looking to try and find the corner, and he's not going to be able to reel that one in, incomplete. Bama then shoots out to a very huge lead, 23-9, and then pulls off a huge interception there, as that pretty much will seal the game, as Alabama walks away victorious yet again in this season, as Joseph Burns lays a massive hit on the D-back. But Alabama will roll straight over the Tigers, and they will win this with a comfortable margin of 29-9. Then after that, LSU looking to see if they can get a victory here against the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers, as this will hopefully be a bit of a break, as they can make something happen here. Burns able to scoot past The D-back breaks the tackle and finds the end zone on his first catch of the day. LSU goes up 6-0 on that one, as he pretty much just outran the corner. Corner was unable to keep up with him. Joseph slowed down to make the catch, but it was not enough for the corner to be able to take him down. LSU still up 7-0. Burns will get that catch over the middle and a massive hit as he able to get the huge first down that time. Burns in again over the middle. A good long range of running there and finally gets it for a few yards there and another LSU first down. Still up 14-0 here late in the first as Burns able to get another catch over the middle, and that's going to be yet another one as he just gets past the corners, finds the open space, and finds the football then after. Burns in on the screen pass there, unable to get much, but a couple of yards there and another catch for him as Joseph Burns. A little bit of a fake there, but then a fumble as that one goes on the ground in Kentucky, Western Kentucky, able to get the football. Burns able to make this catch here as he tries a spin move, does not work out, but he gets yet another catch. I believe that's his 5th one of the day, and yet another first down for LSU. LSU up huge, 31-0 as Burns now with 6 catches and ends the day with 93 yards on this one, as LSU storms ahead of the Hilltoppers, beating them 45-0 as you look at the stats. So a bit of a upgrade as Joseph Burns doesn't quite have the speed I'd like, but he is getting there when it comes to his other stats. The LSU Tigers taking on the Ole Miss Rebels in this one, looking to see if they can possibly get another victory in this game against the Rebels. The big thing is going to be trying to see if LSU can put together some offense without trying to have too many turnovers. Let's go ahead and get into the game and we'll see how things went from there. LSU early in the lead, 3-0, and there's a good completion over the middle for Burns. That's his first catch of the day, so he's really good about getting those short in routes and being able to bring in the football. The other thing he loves doing, trying to go deep. He's not going to be able to get it that time, but his fellow receiver is, and he's going to take this one to the house. That's going to put LSU in a good lead there, as it'll bring it up 9-7, as the longest pass broken yet again by Travis Carter, now a 94-yarder, as Burns able to get this one over the middle, and that's going to be about 15 yards, as this game is just going back and forth between Ole Miss and LSU, as the two just swapping licks. And then there's a shot there left-hand side. Joseph Burns able to extend his arms, and he brings that one in, and that brings LSU closer as LSU, and that should help the LSU momentum as they're down by 5 at the moment. Burns able to get that one over the middle. He breaks the tackle, able to get the first down, but only 18 seconds left in the game. So can LSU drive down the field and make something happen? And they definitely will not. So Ole Miss will win this one 21-16 in a nice little slugfest there. Now going to the Battle of the Golden Boot, the yearly battle between Arkansas and LSU. The LSU Tigers looking to see if they can knock off their big rival down there just across the line, as Arkansas looks to see if they can improve as they're falling off a bit. So the Battle of the Golden Boot will start off here at LSU. So this is going to be an interesting matchup for certain, as Joseph Burns looking to see if he can continue to make an impact for his team here in this one. Early in the first quarter, Joseph Burns He's going to watch a fellow receiver get this one. He's going to take that one all the way to the house. That is going to be the first score for LSU, and they go up early, 6-0. There's Arkansas ranked number 13, but if LSU can continue to play like this, it won't be for long, as Burns gets the catch, turns upfield, and gets the first down there, as he pretty much does everything he possibly can to allow the drive to continue. Late in the second quarter, Burns gets past a defender, and he's going to find nothing but running room, nothing but open field, open grass, as he scores a touchdown, and LSU increases their lead now 27-10. Later in the third, 28-17 to score. Arkansas trying to continue to play some good defense, but they're having trouble as Burns now over 1,000 yards for the season with 9 touchdowns. And starting to see the end of the third quarter, Burns gets open and finds the end zone, able to keep his feet in bounds, and Joseph Burns helping his team to stretch the lead out in hopes to get the Golden Boot. 35-17 the score as it is late in the third. Burns able to get a big catch, tries to cut upfield, but finally wrapped down there, as that's his 5th catch, now 117 yards and 2 touchdowns on the day for Burns, as Burns will get the handoff there. Not much on that run. A rare run there for Burns. He gets a couple. This one going to be over the middle. Is where he's running, but he's going to find a fellow receiver getting a big catch. That's a touchdown, and LSU starting to run away with this one, as Travis Carter now has the school record for most touchdowns in the game with 6, and that's going to be how this game ends. The LSU Tigers win this one 42-37 in a big slugfest, as Travis Carter gets Player of the Game awards with over 300 yards in passing, and LSU wins the Golden Boot here. Go ahead and show you we had some upgrades there, and have some temporary boosts that we're going to add to Joseph Burns in the next matchup as the season comes to a close. The freshman year for Joseph Burns, 1,064 yards, 44 receptions, 10 touchdowns. Not a bad year for the freshman, as the LSU Tigers take on the BYU Cougars. This is going to be the New Mexico Bowl, as LSU hoping that they can make something happen to recover from what has been a very disappointing season, as they have got a number of losses that have just kept them out of any kind of picture. But BYU is going to be their last opponent here on the season. Joseph Burns is going to see if he can make something happen. As they start off, we're going to run the jet sweep, and Burns will get the handoff. Cuts back around to the outside and is going to find plenty of running room, as it is not often that Burns runs the football, but when he does, he's got opportunities ahead of him. And with that extra speed, Burns is looking to find some lanes, as that one is going to be picked off. BYU plays some good defense on that one, as that was thrown into a mass of blue jerseys. Burns breaks past one defender, able to catch this one over the shoulder, as BYU currently with the lead 10-3, as Burns looks to get this one over the middle and gets it inside the 5, as he now has 1,100 yards on the year. Burns hoping he can make something happen here on this one, and that one's going to be intercepted in the end zone. BYU able to take this one back past the 30. Still up 10-3. BYU looking to try to make something happen on this one. But Burns able to get past the defender, breaks the tackle, and finds the end zone. That will tie this football game up, as Joseph Burns just broke past his guy, and there was nothing that they could do about that one, as he shakes off the defender for the score. Joseph Burns definitely having fun out there now. Ball game still tied. We're late in the fourth quarter, 17-all. Joseph Burns able to catch one deep as Joseph Burns finds nothing but open room, trying to kill a little bit of clock. Runs up toward the middle of the field. LSU takes the lead 23-17 as Carter was able to find his man. Burns able to use that speed and find the end zone easily. BYU now only with seconds left on the clock to try and make something happen. But to be honest, it will not happen. LSU will win the New Mexico Bowl as they are able to come out on top 24-17, and that is going to be how the season ends. I hope you enjoyed the content. We'll be back with more of this sometime next week once I get all the footage. But appreciate you watching. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and I hope you continue to watch Joseph Burns as we follow his career in college, and eventually we'll get Joseph Burns into the NFL. We'll see how well he can do there. So it's going to be fun to see what team he may end up with there. But the freshman season is finished. Joseph Burns will get ready for year number 2 as he ends up being player of the game with 4 receptions, 187 yards, and 2 touchdowns, as well as 19 yards rushing. As LSU wins this one, they are the New Mexico Bowl champions. Hope you have a great rest of your day. May God bless you. Take care.